Hello and welcome to another Guardians of Wilt-Shire video. This is my second hobby vlog. I'll be carrying on with my Gondor. And on the last hobby vlog you would have seen I've base coated everything, put them all on bases, and done the base colours on my 8 Citadel Guard. This morning, as it's my day off, I've just been trying to figure out how I want them to look. I think, if it will come up, this is the final version I would like them to be. So it's a nice, bold, bright Gondorian armour, and some pattern work. I want to work more on my freehand, such as on the dress and the tunic down the bottom. So the aim is to try and get as many of these done today. And again, it's a very simple Stormhost silver over the lead belcher. A bit of Eshin grey on the cloak for a bit more definition, just very subtle definition. And then, if it'll focus right in, yeah, just about. I've got eyes in there as well, and I try to do this on most of my models. These ones, instead of doing white with just a black line, I decided to do black and then 2 white spots to try and get the depth in the helmet, and I think it's come out really well on that one. It's my day off, so we've got Return of the King on, with them just going through the Paths of the Dead, and I'm going to try and get as much of this done today as I possibly can. Right, I have my 8 Citadel Guard all finished and all looking splendid. And before I finish all of these, the last bit I do to finish all of these is I use some Vallejo matte varnish, which can leave a slightly blue tint after it's just gone on. However, I found once it's dried, it provides a nice, even protection. I do it to all my metal models, and the army I took to Ardacon, I saw one small chip on the Dwimmer Lake mounted model, the one on the Fellbeast, as it fell off from a great height a couple of times. But that was all. All the other metal models were perfectly fine. I really stand by this stuff. It's a great little medium, and it really helps, especially with storing lots of metal models and trying to put them all out on show, and sometimes they get bashed around like they do. I really like it. Doesn't tint the armour. The armour's still nice and shiny. I really like these guys. I'm really happy with them, and they've got eyes and everything, so very happy with how these have come out. And I think I'll crack on with the Bow Warriors next, just because I've done some nice ones. Now I just need to bang out some basic troops. I used the Vallejo matte varnish for all of my metal Dalamroth that I will be adding to. I've got another 6 to 8 on foot as well, and some 4 other knights. And like I say, I took these into the west, and all of these remained pretty much pristine throughout, with no marks or chips or anything like that. And there are still some of my favourite models. So, like I said, after finishing my Citadel Guard, started working on these 8, just adding all the black in, and it's going to be exactly the same process as these guys. It's going to be Abaddon Black, with obviously the Lead Belcher base spray, Doomball Brown, Kislev Flesh, Shabty Bone, White Scar for the eyes, and Retributor Armour, and then Eshian Grey highlights, Retributor Armour highlights again. And that's about it. Maybe a little bit of a Shabty Bone highlights, and then Stormhost Silver to get that lovely bright armour. Because just looking at them now, the blacks and the bright armour will really pay dividends in the end. I think it'll give a really nice bright aesthetic to the army, and I'm really looking forward to having all of these guys done because I think it'll look amazing. So yeah, if you think they're good and you like the colour scheme and any tips for me, please comment below. I'll be very happy to listen to any comments. And after doing those as a little bit of a gift to myself, it's back to basic warriors. So here we are. This is the 8 archers, all base coated and all finished. Finished washing, I mean. All looking a little dark at the moment, but as soon as I get the Stormhost Silver on it, they'll come out just like these guys. Then I'm not quite sure what to do next. Comment below. I might do something a little off this project for a future bat rep that me and Luke are doing, because I have my Angmar army here. And the Tainted on foot painted. No, Tainted Dwimmerlake on foot painted. But I might do the Tainted and the Dwimmerlake mounted, just so I have both foot and mounted for my Angmar army. So we've got some Barrow Whites done. I got a Shaman, Captain, Shade, some Trolls. I literally just need the other Wraith. And then it'll be pretty much done. But yeah, just going to get these guys finished first, and maybe base up some trees as well. So I'm currently taking a break from these archers. They've all been base coated and washed. And moving on to some trees. I've got a whole other box of them here. The other day me and Luke sat down and drilled through all the bases and put a little bit of milliput around the base of the trunks, and put their trunks into the holes and PVA glued them. And I'm just getting them out now just to flatten them down and make a nice little base to the trunk, just to give it a bit more support as well. And then I'm going to base them all so we can use them in our games for upcoming battle reports and stuff, because we don't currently have trees. We've got a couple of ruins and bits and pieces and a river I made, but no actual trees, so this should be a welcome bonus. And we've got quite a lot here. We've got another bag full of small shrubbery stuff in my in my wardrobe. But yeah, I'm just cracking on with some trees, which is much needed for our games. So you join me again as I'm just finishing off basing all my trees, and I'll just show you simple. It's just this coarse, really fine, not really fine, but moderately fine, kind of slate type stuff, and very simply coating the base in PVA glue and just rolling it around. I'm going to paint once this is dried, so probably tomorrow, paint all of the bases, paint all of the grey grit brown, with just some paints I got from Wilkinson's. It's a small, well, it's a chain of hardware shop type things. It's got a bit of everything in it, in the UK, and that's simply it. Nice and simple. And then I'm going to paint it grey and then flock flock some of it as well, just to give it a bit more life. I dremelled, if you can see, I dremelled the bottom of all of them to make them nice and flat, because some of the bottoms of the trunks were coming through. So now put that on the tray with all the other trees, and it'll be perfect once we've got these sorted, because trees are something we're lacking at the moment. And so you join me a while later, and I've painted all of the bottom of the trees and the underside, just in case. And I've sprayed and started basing the tainted foot mounted and the Dummerlake on his horse. Because they are the last models I need for my Angmar army, apart from just adding a few more bits. Adding a few more orcs, maybe. And adding a few spectres to all of that. And you might be seeing it in a bat rep soon for our first on the channel. So you join me after all of the trees have been flocked, and I'm just putting them away. And if I move some of these, I've started to work on the tainted. A bit shiny at the moment because I've just put the wash on it. And again, it's a simple Essien grey for the horse and the bridle, lead Wilt-Shire for the armour, and just about in black. And then I've washed it all with Nuln oil, just there, and then I'm going to try and do the little green fade on it, up the side of the cloak and up the side of the horse. I think it looks really nice, and then just going to touch the edges with Stormhose Silver on the armour. Maybe a few Essien Grey highlights. Because that's my Dummerlake. I'm very happy with it, and the mounted. And I like the fade, and it gives the ring race a bit of personality, and not just solid black. So here we are, come back in, and this is my tainted. I've just got to do some highlighting on the black and the silver, and there's the foot one. As you can see, I've got a bit of faded blue on it, and that's just Lothern blue, and I've just kind of dry brushed it up, and then I'm going to try a dark green shade. So I'm going to mix some Biltine green and some Nuln oil, the little syringe, just so I get equal measures, and then see if I can darken that down a bit and seep back into the recesses. So here we are, the final versions. I'm really happy with how these came out. Really, really happy. And they're going to be used in a bat rep coming soon. All I have to do now is put the matte varnish on it, as it's a metal model, and then I can put them with my Angmar force. To finish off my week, with the small spare trees, I just made some of these small little bases. They're on 60mm wooden bases, and the plan is to put them in scenic woodland terrain, so everything can be interchangeable. One for storage, and two for kind of different setups and different boards, so we're not constantly playing with the same terrain, which I think would be really helpful. And the plan is to do some more rocks in a similar fashion. So thank you for watching this Guardians of Wilt-Shire production. Comment, like, share and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.